What's up, everybody? It's Gale Force Gaming.
Fuck! Shit, shit, shit. One more shot! One more shot! Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to cover, first of all, PC Gaming Show. They did it ahead of schedule, I guess, or at least ahead of the schedule that I had, so we're not going to be watching it live, but we're going to be watching it regardless.
That's fine.
And then after this, should be Ubisoft.
This one's 2016.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Twice in a row. That is perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, that is great.
I didn't notice that till just now.
This one has commentary over it.
Let's see.
This one's 27 seconds long.
Just all in one big mash. Got it all at once.
It's often thought of to be, you know, beaks and feathers.
Known as spy drugs. It was shaped.
We got Team Fortress questions. Here we go.
So keep in mind that those
Okay.
were released on PC. Here, in just a few moments, Sean
Skip ahead of the
will
trivia.
grace the stage with his presence
Fuck
for a
trivia,
show
I got-
full of
I got scheduled
announcements,
to keep.
new gameplay footage, and all things PC gaming. I've been your quizmaster, Tom Marks. Be sure to stick around because you won't want to miss it.
Thank you, Quizmaster. Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Why do we call it the personal computer? Well, it's not just a box or a station, right? Your PC doesn't exist without you. And you don't just use your PC, you're its keeper. You're responsible for it. PC gamers get their
There are
hands
many
dirty.
PCs like mine.
We turn the screws, we clean the fans, we thread the cables. It's got your fingerprints on it, and that has a special kind of pride. We build our PCs, and through them, we build friendships and rivalries. We build
This
communities.
is my PC.
And
There
our
are many like
reflexes.
it, but this one is mine.
I'm down!
We write stories. We make mods because we get to decide what experience we
Get
want.
the hell out of my
Oh!
face.
God,
There's another settlement that needs.
PCs are scaffolding for our imaginations. That's what PC gaming means to us. To build. And to give back to your hobby as much as it gives to you. This is the PC Gaming Show 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of games all over the place, this is the PC Gaming Show, sponsored by Intel. How are you all doing this fine morning? Ah, yes. You're doing woo. That's excellent. I'm your host, Sean Day9 Plot, and if you have never been to this show before, it's simple. We have a slew of incredible guests who are going to talk about all their upcoming games, one after the other. So, I'd like to warmly welcome all of you for coming out to the beautiful Ace Hotel Theater in downtown Los Angeles. Twitch chat, it's a pleasure to have you here. I know that you're currently being productive and constructive in chat right now.
Yeah, I bet.
Now, if you're interested in watching in another language, over at PCGamingShow.com, we have German, Spanish, Russian, Chinese. Feel free to head there, or stay right here for English coverage. And without any further ado, let's find out what's happening this year at the PC Gaming Show.
This is the PC Gaming Show. Live from the theater at Ace Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, California. Coming up, Intel explores the future of PC gaming.
Who is this announcer?
New
Right?
announcements
That's
from
what I was
Xbox.
like.
Jordan Weissman, the creator of MechWarrior, gives a first-ever look at BattleTech's campaign. New footage for Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
Great.
Yeah.
A new game from Play Entertainment. New gameplay from Total War Warhammer 2. New announcements of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. An exciting reveal from Tripwire Interactive. And plenty more. Now, once again, Sean Plott.
Thank you so much, evil omnipotent voice in the sky. Let's talk about our very first game. It is an expansion to the legendary and infamous turn-based strategy game, XCOM 2. Let's take
What?
Oh.
What?
Oh, damn.
You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, damn.
At last.
That looks awesome already.
I love XCOM 2 so much.
If only you knew the truth.
Fuck.
There were 3 resistance groups that we consider a legitimate threat to Advent. Together, they'd make one hell of a fighting force. Too bad they hate each other.
So, you do exist.
They were sent here to purge the lost.
You are safe here.
That's ridiculous.
That can't be good.
Advent, Mohammed. I suppose we should begin then.
Now the real war begins.
Yo. Oh, God.
Awesome.
August? That's not even that long.
No, it's not.
Chosen as the creative director of XCOM 2 over at Firaxis.
Coming
Jake
soon.
Solomon, pleasure to have you here today.
This is very exciting. We finally get to talk about this, so yes, I'm very pumped. Thank you for having us.
Well then, tell us, what is War of the Chosen all about?
Well, so the goal with this game really was to make something massive. So we added a ton of new enemies, lots of new soldier classes, new environments, story, strategy systems, just tons of new toys for players to engage with.
And I understand that it's an expansion that's even larger than any of the ones you've done previously.
Yeah, easily twice the size of the previous XCOM expansion. It is.
God damn.
Well, let's go ahead and start talking about some of the content that's in there. Who
Yeah.
are the Chosen?
The Chosen, right? You saw them. They starred in the trailer. So they were designed.
They look so cool.
enemies of XCOM. They are 3 almost champions.
Those like energy swords look
and
sick.
3 very distinct personalities and 3 very distinct fighting styles. And the player's going to get to know those very well because over the course of a whole game, they're going to fight each of those Chosen multiple times. And the Chosen, just like the player, they get stronger over the course of the game. They learn new skills, new abilities. They even gain new procedural strengths that the player's going to have to contend with.
So in a sense, it's not like a normal enemy where you might see a Chosen in one battle and a Chosen in the next. It will be the same Chosen again and again and again, getting new strengths.
That's right, that's right. And so you just, they always have something new up their sleeve because they're always learning sort of new tricks.
Well, you mentioned the personalities of the different Chosen.
Yeah.
Walk me through who the Chosen are and what these strengths and weaknesses might be.
Yeah, so for example, there's the assassin, and her personality is tied up in duty and honor. She feels very honor-bound to serve her masters, her creators, and she does it, of course, by hunting down XCOM.
Freaky looking.
A natural
There's a lot of
expression of
freaky
identity.
shit in
We're
XCOM.
bringing back some familiar elements from earlier games, yes. And so, but combat-wise, she's a mix of stealth and close-quarters combat, so she can vanish from sight, and she uses that to get in close on the soldiers and use her blade. So, like the other Chosen, she's very powerful, and she has a sort of unique fighting style that the player hasn't seen before.
And we've talked about this new obstacle in the form of the Chosen. You know, mentioned the assassin. Who are the other two?
There's the hunter, that's more of a long-range sniper.
Yeah.
And then we have the warlock,
Nice.
which is,
That's my shit.
a warlock. So
The warlock, which is the warlock.
Doesn't he look like a warlock? So yeah, they all have very unique skill sets, and so it's fun to fight each of them.
What about the new tools that players have in order to try to overcome this obstacle of the Chosen?
Yes, so as you saw in the trailer, XCOM is not the only resistance movement on Earth. So in War of the Chosen, you have these three factions out there, and like the Chosen, they all have distinct philosophies and distinct fighting styles. But for the player to get access to those, first they have to win those factions over. They have to recruit them to the XCOM cause. But when you do, you have access to the most powerful soldiers we've ever created. So
As if XCOM didn't have enough depth already.
That's right, the Reapers.
Right.
So they are
We're adding a reputation system with 3 separate factions that you have to manage.
Then we have the Skirmishers, which are actually defectors from the alien army.
Oh, that makes sense with the art style. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Look at those fingers. Yeah, so they're half alien
Yay.
human hybrids, and they're sort of like single soldier wrecking crews. They're really powerful. And then we have the Templars.
Get behind that armor, man.
Mysterious
It's awesome.
factions. They are psionic
Yeah.
wildlings, and they work a little differently because they build up power over multiple attacks that they can then.
It just reminds me of those blades in Halo.
Yeah, they look like Halo energy swords.
It definitely is.
Yep.
There's trade-offs there where as they gain focus, you either want to keep it because it makes them stronger, or you can spend it on these really powerful abilities.
Now, in the trailer, we got the chance to briefly look at the Lost. And though we didn't see them too much, I wanted to get the chance for you to talk about them a little more now. Who are they?
Right, so the Lost, this comes out of the idea that the original alien invasion happened 20 years ago. And in that invasion, the aliens destroyed some of the greatest cities of the world, and we've never been back. So in War of the Chosen, we go back. And what you find there are the Lost, these handsome
I thought that everyone in the
Yeah,
series
pretty
died, but
much.
apparently they're alive and well. They're doing fine.
Yeah, as you can see.
They're alive and well. I don't know about
Everybody's good.
Yeah,
This
these
is
are
fine.
heavily mutated humans. A single Lost is not going to pose much of a challenge.
Sure.
But unfortunately, you don't fight single Lost. They move in large swarms. And so when you go into the cities, these swarms are drawn to the sound of combat, and they never stop coming. And there is a silver lining, which is that the Lost don't like aliens either. So,
really?
yeah, so once the Lost show up, then
Right.
everybody's fighting for their lives.
And I know that a big hallmark of the XCOM games is the sort of tactical maneuvers of the AI that, in the same way you're planning, it's planning too. But the Lost behave quite differently.
Yeah, they're mindless. So the idea is that you have this tactical combat going on against you versus the Advent, the aliens, and then all of a sudden this horde shows up and it throws everybody's plans out of whack. And then you can even have maps where they are chosen, lost, you're fighting the Advent at the same time. It makes for some very, very beautiful chaos.
That sounds rough.
Unlike any other
That sounds awesome.
I'm super glad I have the mods that make my squad
I'm
bigger.
going to ask you the big question.
Okay.
When do we get to play it?
Yeah, that's probably really useful.
Comes out August 29th.
Especially in this scenario.
I roll like 10 players deep on my squad in XCOM.
People should follow XCOM.
I think the original cap was like 6.
Oh, okay.
But there's like a mod pack that you can expand it like
Jake on
3 or
Twitter.
4 more
It's
times.
at Solomon Jake. Follow him, say hello, and tell him you're proud to be a
Jeez.
follower.
Yes, please. Thank you. I don't like self-promotion.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
I
At
paid
Jake
Sean for
Solomon.
that. Thank you.
It's at Jake Solomon. At Jake Solomon. Thanks so much for
At Jake
joining
Solomon,
me today.
everybody.
Jake Solomon, the director of XCOM 2.
Thank you. Thanks.
Who was he?
Now-
It didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah, I didn't
As
get that.
some of you may know, I am not the only host at this event. Joining me to do all sorts of announcement goodies is a woman named Sonia Reed, but you may know her a little better as OMG It's Firefox. How's it going, Sonia?
Hi. Thank you, Sean, and hello, you beautiful gamers. And whether you are checking us out online or you're hanging out with us here today, I am super excited to be here and show you guys some awesome games. And you know what? I'm not going to wait. We're just going to get right into it. I want to show you a game called Ooblets. It is going to be coming out early next year. And it is from an impressive studio of only 2 people called Glumberlands. So it's kind of a mashup between Harvest Moon meets Pokemon meets Adventure Time, but even cuter, if you can imagine that. So I'm going to show you how to grow and customize your Ooblets in this exclusive
Be judged.
I want to customize my Ooblets. Tell me how.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting diabetes just from watching this.
What the hell? It looks like one of those Russian dolls, you know, the ones that open up and got more inside of them.
It is very Adventure Timing.
It is.
Yeah. Just that face, like, shape and like stuff that goes around it.
Straight limbs with like no definition and stuff like that.
Yeah. That one was kind of cute.
What, the chicken or the gray one?
The chicken looking thing. The red one.
Yeah.
I thought I saw that. It was on. They showed some of that at the
Yeah.
Microsoft conference. I thought it looked
A little bit, not much, but
I think it was just part of the trailer or something.
yeah.
I'm on him.
Yes, Commander. Moving to position.
Got some Titanfall.
That Ooblets trailer makes me oh so happy, and the previous one you just got the chance to see is the old school tabletop game BattleTech distilled into its purest form on PC. And here to talk about it from Harebrained Schemes is Jordan Wiseman and Mitch Gittleman. Welcome, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have you up on stage. Woo!
Get them.
Yes, that's the spirit. Oh, hell yeah.
He's Nature Boy in it.
Now, there's been a lot of games based on that. Tell us about this incarnation.
By all means, BattleTech is a modern, turn-based tactical game.
That might be my favorite thing. Like my favorite exclamation.
A single player multiplayer skirmish, and then open-ended,
Every time I do that, my dog's like, "What are you doing, you
Well, I
asshole?"
want to hop straight into some of that single-player content by taking a journey.
Throws them on high alert, just like.
I understand that, you know, there's all sorts of combat goodies that we're going to see in a moment. The Argo is in between missions. Walk us through what we're seeing.
Right. So the Argo is a broken down hulk of a spaceship from a bygone era, and it is your mercenary command center. You can take it all over all over space, going from star system to star system, and taking mercenary jobs from all sorts of different people, from petty dictators all the way up to the great lords and ladies of the noble houses. And from there, you can also command your entire mercenary crew. There's Samiri, she's your navigator, and you command her and all of your mech warriors as you take
I could see
jobs
myself
on
getting
the
into
ship.
this.
I'm curious a little bit about the storyline in the single player.
Sure. So you're going to see in a few moments, Lady
It reminds me
Cornelia
of
Arano.
an XCOM type
She's,
game.
a deposed
Yeah.
ruler.
Turn-based squad control shooter.
Her throne was taken
Yeah.
by her uncle,
But it's
and
just
you are
giant.
going to jump in and help her regain her throne. Of course, it's been plunged. The whole space has been plunged into a bloody civil war.
And these, of course, are the tools of.
I would love like a shitload of customization options on mechs too, like switching the guns around and
which is one of the key components of the
arms
Argo.
and
You're able
legs
to
and all sorts of
customize,
different armor and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
changing
Super
out
cool.
weapons and armor,
Color
things,
schemes.
all that kind of stuff.
Especially
Yang here
color
is,
schemes.
your master of ceremonies. He's
That's like the most important thing, cosmetics.
come back from combat. You're a merc. You're supposed
We
to
don't
provide
need
money.
functionality. We need to look damn good.
Yeah.
Fucking sexy.
I can imagine that trying to get all the parts that you need for your ship could be a little difficult.
Absolutely. That's why things like, especially in this time in era where parts are scarce, battlefield salvage is an important part of the game. And that also gets into, like when you take
AKA
out
loot.
try to leave the parts you
Yep.
Yeah, you want to hit them just
Battlefield
hard enough
salvage.
to take them down. There's Lady Kamea Arano there, and she's going to be the person you work for during the campaign. But of course, when the campaign ends, the single-player story ends, you can still play the open-ended campaign, traveling around doing whatever you want. And there are the battle mechs.
Yes, now we're going to get a chance to look at the combat itself. You're coming down from the Argo, you're descending into battle. Walk me through what we're seeing.
Yeah, I dig that. That's
Battlefield's
just like
the
XCOM.
environment and like a modern
Yeah.
tactical game.
XCOM with
the
mechs.
environment counts, right? Line of sight, sensors, cover. Even though you're, friggin' 30-foot tall, covered in armor, hiding in a forest still helps. It soaks off damage. And so all of those are kind of core components of any modern game, and especially facing, which is really important in this game.
Facing really matters in BattleTech. Battle mechs aren't giant bags of hit points. Instead, they have 11 different armor locations. There's internal structure. They have the internal components, these critical slots filled with all sorts of important pieces. So what you're trying to do is strip off the armor from one location and then keep your facing to try and penetrate it, get to the juicy bits.
Yeah, I mean, I see this
It's like
diagram
XCOM mixed with War Thunder.
tabletop game, which I actually
The
played
juicy
as a kid. I mean,
bits.
like,
As a kid, huh? Thanks, pal.
I need to play War Thunder. I haven't played War Thunder forever.
I mean, I understand the same sort
My
of
War Thunder
idea
does
where
not
you
like
arm
me.
disables
I
that
love
weapon,
that
but
game
then
so
keep
much.
going.
And you keep
One
going
of the
on, you
best
blow that armor
simulated,
off,
like-
and they lose those weapons.
Might be the best
back
free
is
game
really
ever made, I
juicy and
think.
tasty too. You get around the back of a
The
battle
best
mech
what?
and
Free game.
penetrate. I said that out. We're live, right?
We'll allow it. We'll
Yeah,
allow
there
it.
you go. What you saw there is Melee.
Oh my God.
I mean, mechs were not only weapon systems, they're giant,
I feel bad now because I feel like I missed something funny. I'm just like, God damn it.
Yeah, I was busy talking about War
Put a foot
Thunder.
through a cockpit, or death from above, jump up and slam down on mechs. All
That's
that stuff is
okay.
supported in this game and
You
very
really
exciting.
want to manage your heat too. You're walking, these.
All that I really needed to hear was Death from Above.
Yeah.
Reactor, basically. And so you
Combat
really
looks
want
a
to
little
watch your
lackluster,
heat,
actually.
how much
Yeah, it does.
your different weapons do, because if you shut down in combat, you are quite vulnerable.
It's been really fascinating to watch a lot of the streams because I know you guys just went into beta. Where can the people here go to sign up to play?
Why, Sean, they can go to BattleTechGame.com. That's BattleTechGame.com. Come
Yeah.
find us on BattleTechGame.com.
And if
Thanks.
you're interested in a used mech, this is the guy to talk
That's
to.
right.
BattleTechGame.com.
I was gonna say it one more
Thank you
time
guys so much for coming out.
for those in the back.
Cheers.
That announcer voice of his, like, it goes from his, like, just normal talk.
Now, our
BattleTech
very
Games.
next game you may recognize
Right.
from PC Games past. To talk about it, we got Sonya in the mezzanine.
Thank you, Sean. Our next game is to come to us from our friends at Tales World Entertainment, and they have been working on an awesome open-ended action medieval RPG game, so I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. We're going to check out the trailer for Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord.
Yo.
Dude.
Yo. That's it.
Wow.
I am so behind this.
It's like an RTS, but you get to play a single character.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's an RTS and a hack and slash.
Nice.
So legit.
It's too
Fucking-
legit.
Every time I play medieval, I would always scroll down into the fighting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whenever like they clashed.
Yeah, that's the best part. Now you can lead your damn army in on your own. Controls are going to be so complicated for that.
Probably.
You got all your combat controls, all your, like, just your navigation, and then, like, switching weapons,
Switching
mounted
spot.
controls might be different, and then there's all the army controls.
Yeah.
I wonder if you'll be able to switch in and out of like
Maybe.
that high view to
Yeah,
like your
like
first or like your
VOD
third.
mode down to one single player.
Always a pleasure to have
Yeah.
Mountain Blade 2 here at the PC Gaming Show. Now, I know we've just gotten started and we've seen XCOM and Ooblets and Battletech. We would love to hear your thoughts. Use hashtag PC Gaming Show. Let us know what you think. We'll even put
I would
some
love
tweets
for you to
up
hear my
here
thoughts
live.
too. You should
Not
come to
all
my
the tweets
YouTube channel and
are
watch this
disaster.
stream.
Some of your tweets are pulled together. But either way, we'd be thrilled to hear your thoughts. Coming up next.
Don't worry,
we
I'll send
have
you a link.
My thoughts are on the internet already, baby.
Total War Warhammer 1. It's Total
Oh,
War Warhammer
great.
2. I'm joined by Al Bickham. from
Wait, did they
Creative
give us a name
Assembly.
for that?
Hey there.
How's it going, Al?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
Mountain Blade, is that what it was
What is it
called?
that's been
Yeah,
going
Mountain
on since you
Blade
announced it a few
2.
months ago?
Quite a lot, really. I mean, this is we're working on the
Whoa, I
second
thought they
game
were
in
sitting
our
on
trilogy.
nothing.
Yeah, no, it
was like,
looked like that.
whoa.
Game, but we're
Because
layering
the
on
way
It still
he
looks
got
like
his-
they're sitting on nothing on my phone. I'm just sitting here like,
First game so far, which is
The
real
way he's got his
diversification
legs
between the
crossed.
Yeah, plus just the
Like,
color of
covers-
the stool.
range of new
Yeah.
gameplay extras in campaign game as well. So 4 new factions set across 4 new continents. and a
4 new
population.
That's one of the motherfuckers
Yep, 4
behind
new factions, yeah,
Warhammer.
yeah.
I thought there were 2 big ones we were talking about.
No, well, we're focusing on the High Elves and the Lizard Men at the moment.
Yeah.
But there's the Dark Elves as well, and another 4th race which we have yet to announce.
You tease.
I know, terrible, isn't it?
Well, Al, talk to us a little bit about the High Elves and the Lizard.
If you say
Right,
Warhammer
so-
and you don't say
So
40k, I
they're both
really just don't care that
essentially
much.
working towards the same goal in the campaign game, which is to heal the Great Falls.
I think that's the coolest part of
That's a
Warhammer.
unique feature of the campaign map, which ties the whole narrative of the game. together.
calling it Warhammer instead of 40k.
Even those in the
What?
Warhammer world with the same aims will
I
inevitably come
I missed
together
something there.
somehow,
Like
so that's
I
what
said
cut it out.
if you
got
say
confused.
if you say Warhammer to me and you don't say 40k along with it, I just don't really care. I don't really care about the
Okay,
medieval
so this
Warhammer
is,
shit.
we're about to show some footage from a quest battle for Krokgar, who's one of the legendary lords for the Lizard Men, and this is one of his quest battles into the battle for Fallen
Lizard
Gates.
Men.
So you'll see the master Lizard Man forces trying to oust the High Elves as they try and they're sort of meddling in an ancient power site of the
Meddling.
Lizard Men.
Well, I'm very excited
You guys
to take
English
a
as
look.
fuck.
There's going to be some in-game footage from the Battle of the Fallen Gates.
For a second there, I was wondering if it was gonna start.
I was just like, oh shit, I'm lagging again.
I think whoever's channel I'm watching this on isn't the original streamer of the. I'm pretty sure they just recorded the stream and uploaded it to their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I think when they were watching, they were having a little bit of connectivity issues. So is it an RTS?
Oh, this looks. Yeah, I was just gonna say. Damn. T-Rex fucked your dragon.
Out 28th September.
September 28th, Al. That is the first time I think we've got the chance to see that official release date.
Yep, we're announcing that today. We're officially out on the 28th of September, so we're available for pre-orders now. We've
Wow.
got, an early adopter bonus, which is a significant sort of bunch of new content for Warhammer 1. It's a new race pack, in fact. So yeah, it's and we're out this year.
Boo.
Well, I want to take a step
Pre-order
back. I
our
wanna
game
talk
and
a
get a
little
race
bit
pack
about
for
what
another
it was
game.
that we just saw in the Battle of the Fallen Gates.
Right,
Jeez.
so as I mentioned, this is a quest battle, and this is the Lizard Men versus the High Elves. And this is what we've got playable here at E3 this week. So you'll be able to take control of the Lizard Men in that battle and experience that immense diversity and all the crazy stuff that's going on in their army, because they're essentially an army of ancient spacefaring dinosaurs. Small dinosaurs that ride big
I'll take
dinosaurs
it.
with Aztec
Ancient
They're-
and spacefaring in the same sentence is a little weird.
They're the Warhammer equivalent of Scientologists.
So Warhammer gives us these toys to play with and make a game with. It's awesome.
Well, backing out of the battle, I know that the campaign map in Total War Warhammer was a big hit. What's going on with the campaign level in Warhammer 2?
So in Warhammer 2, we've got a ton of new campaign features which lead you to kind of explore and discover and gain new abilities and that kind of stuff. And it's all based around a sort of overarching narrative. So all the races are in tension right until the end. But we're also, shortly after launch, we're also releasing a free update for the game, which will bring the combined campaign map into play, which is the landmass from Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 together in a gigantic campaign map where you can play any of the races that you own from both games. Yeah.
Well, I understand you have presence here at E3, not just in this show, but also on the floor. What are players going to get the chance to play there?
Yep, so they can play the Battle of the Fallen Gates. We've got 2 difficulty modes, so a kind of starter difficulty mode and a veterans difficulty mode. And they'll also get to see, we're also rolling, when you play it, you'll see the actual campaign map as well. We've put a video together that details loads of the new features in the campaign map, so you can actually see that in action as well. So if you get a chance, go play. It's really good fun.
Well, Al, I want to thank you for coming out and talking to us today about Total War Warhammer 2. Once again, feel free to check it out on the E3 floor, or if you're at home, there'll be tons of footage and updates about the Battle of the Fallen Gates. Now, our next game is in the card game genre. A genre where, no matter how hard I try, I wind up playing bad decks and having fun. Here to talk about the upcoming expansion for Shadowverse is Kripparrian.
Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to talk to you guys about Shadowverse. Shadowverse is one of the best card games out there because it basically just does everything right. Every time I log into Shadowverse, I have an amazing experience. I can play whatever.
You mean Hearthstone?
Whatever cards, anything I want to do.
Yeah.
And of course, every time there's new cards added to the game, this whole thing gets forwarded, and really the game gets so much richer. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the worldwide debut of the Wonderland
of Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft.
This is probably the same thing without RNG. That's what my guess.
I have a book for thee, like no other. Each page a window to a long-lost land. Where fairy tales dovetail with myths,
super Hearthstone,
and wishes give birth to
You cannot tell me this just isn't Hearthstone.
Knights
Name
of
change.
It's even like the same sort of like animated picture.
Yeah.
Within
Yeah,
this book,
even started
all
out as a freaking
ambitions
book.
bloom. But be warned, my fickle friend. A dark abyss awaits us all.
Hearthstone with a dash of Japanese.
For blood-cooked
Yep.
roses wishes be.
Little
much.
dash of
Fear
anime.
not to bite life's fruit. For in this land, courage is key. With bated breath, the door sweeps open. Glory-bound or purged in flame. The hand you choose defines your fate. So I ask you, is this really just a game?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Alice in Wonderland.
Listen to that smattering of
As you know,
applause.
technology is an extremely important element of games, especially with
3 people.
ever-increasing
Yeah.
power of hardware and new demands coming from
I didn't even hear it on my
Here
end.
to talk a little bit
Very
about tech in games
faint.
as the leader of the software
Yeah.
development group at Intel. It's Doug Fisher. Doug, come on out.
How you doing, Sean?
Hey, thanks for joining us, Doug.
It's great to be here.
I want to thank you, Doug, for coming out, and of course, thanks to Intel for sponsoring this event.
Gonna announce some
Appreciate
sort of
it. It
crazy
means
new
a lot to us.
processor or some
And
shit.
since Doug has a whole bunch of exciting stuff to say, I'm going to give the stage to Doug. Goodbye.
Probably.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I
So,
am very excited to be
possibly
here.
afford.
And I'm very excited to talk to the PC gaming community about all the announcements we made this morning from Intel. I'm a software guy, you're the gamers. All these announcements are very relevant to everything we do. You know,
Intel software guy.
2016 was an amazing year by all measures in gaming. Look at
Great
the number
title.
of live streams in Twitch. Over 2 million new
Active,
live streams. Over 300 million esports enthusiasts. And look at the growth in VR. 2017 is going to be even more amazing. And why? Because of you. It's because of you in this room, the PC gamers. It's because of you on the broadcast. You are the ones that bring the innovation that we create. You drive us to innovate. You are on the edge of technology all the time with you. You have that instinct on what the new capabilities are that we need to deliver. And then you have this amazing, inclusive, and social environment. Young, old, male, female, tech, non-tech. Millions of people getting together, inspiring each other to immerse themselves in this environment. Now, it starts at Intel with amazing hardware technology. We've talked about the launch we had 2 weeks ago of our X Series platforms. Now, you gaming enthusiasts will love the Core i7X. Overclocking capabilities.
Called
It's an amazing
it!
system.
Yeah.
And you megatasters who
You
want to
did.
game, create, stream, will love the beast of them all, the Core i9 Extreme Edition. An
i9?
amazing system for this environment. Now, as a software person, I love this environment. I love this hardware. Because why? It gives software people less time waiting, more time creating that amazing content. I work with over 1 million gaming developers to ensure they take full advantage of all that innovation we put on our platforms. Whether it's working on the caching algorithms or the high-density graphics or multi-core, it doesn't matter, all the different areas, the best-known methods. We ensure these millions of developers are making the most out of that platform, delivering the best content. Then we work to market that so that all the gamers out here, the billions of gamers, know the new compelling content that's available. And this is just an example of some of the titles we work with. I'm
He's
sure you
PowerPointing
recognize
us.
a lot of these titles.
Yeah,
These
he
Straight
is.
up
few
PowerPointing
examples,
us.
whether it's Halo Wars 2 or Overwatch,
Motherfuckers
or in the
PowerPointing
VR
us.
space, or it's Arizona Sunshine, or The Unspoken. We're working with all these content providers to ensure they take full advantage of all those new capabilities. How many people have heard of Destiny?
Is that really a question?
Never.
I couldn't
Must
be
have been
more
an indie game.
excited
Never heard of it.
to tell you that we work with Bungie and Activision to bring Destiny 2 to the PC. Yes, we're bringing it to the PC. Yes.
See, I'm
bring
like
it.
tempted. I'm very tempted to play it on PC.
That
I'm
experience
probably
is
gonna end up playing it on
absolutely
both.
Amazing. And I can't think of a better person to talk about
I
how
don't know.
amazing that experience is than the full-time
If I wanted to buy PlayStation Live, I probably could.
and YouTube broadcaster.
My roommate is like pushing me to play it on PC because he wants to play it with me.
I want to play it on PC as well, but I also
Good,
want
great to see you.
to
Thank
keep
you. I'm honored
the
to be
shit
here.
that I
So
can
you
keep from
really
Destiny
do
1.
live, eat, breathe, sleep
Right.
Destiny.
And I know a couple people who I've always played Destiny 1 with who aren't going
hundreds
to
of
be
raids
making the switch to
completions.
PC.
I built my community around Destiny.
Right.
And I'm a co-host for one of the founding co-hosts of Destiny Community Podcast, one of the biggest podcasts specifically for Destiny. So I know a lot about Destiny and I play a lot of it.
That's great. And so when you play it, have you experienced it on the PC yet?
I have, yeah. I got to play it at the event. I got to say, the PC experience is amazing. As somebody who's played a lot of hours in Destiny, and everybody knows how is it going to transfer, how's the experience going to go from console to PC, are they going to actually be able to deliver? And I can say 100% sure that the PC experience is incredible. When I got to play it, I was blown away. I popped Dawnblade, used a mouse and keyboard, and rain and fire from above. It was amazing. You guys, if you're a fan of Destiny, you're going to love Destiny 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No
so,
way.
Is anybody out here going to be able to participate?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's going to be on the it's going to be on the show floor. The other thing too is they've got tons of PC support as well that's being added to it. So 4K is going to be beautiful looking. It's got 21:9 ratio, uncapped frame rates. I mean, for me personally, I'm going to be looking at pushing 144 or higher for FPS because it's going to be so nice. And yes, absolutely. On top of that, Bungie has told me something specific that is exciting for the high CPU core count chips. They are optimizing the engine so it will take advantage of all the cores in your CPU. So
Nice.
if you do have an i9 Extreme, which hey, you know, maybe hook me up. If you have an i9 Extreme, it will be able to take advantage of all those cores. That is that's great. As an enthusiast, PC enthusiast myself, I'm very excited about that potential for Destiny 2. I can't wait to run it out maxed with as many frames as possible.
Well, fantastic. You guys all have a chance to take a look at it. Maybe you and I can play later today.
That'd be great.
All right.
It's good. It's going to be on the E3 show floor. So.
He's just
Thank you
like,
very
damn
much.
it, he's not gonna give me one.
Again.
Give me a processor, motherfucker. We'll talk.
There he goes with
I
his
love
PowerPoint
that
clicker
experience.
again.
Yep.
Nothing says it like that, right? All right. So it's not just about the top 8
Click.
plus titles, but also it's about the broad set of developers we participate with. The independent developers. You can see examples of properties that they've developed. We want to make sure everybody's developing and creating content on the PC to create more and more opportunity to participate in that.
Yo,
We're inspiring developers through a contest called Level Up. Take a look at the sponsors.
I saw Ultimate Chicken Horse on there.
Green Man Gaming.
That was the one that I was suggesting that we all play.
I have it. It is so fun.
Is it?
Yes, I love it. Ultimate Chicken Horse is hilarious.
The winner will be announced at PAX West in Seattle in September. I encourage you to participate. It's a great event. It's a great opportunity for independent developers to get involved and participate. And why do we care? As a software guy, why do we care? Because we want more and more content out there, more opportunities for games for others to participate. We want to discover the next big thing on the PC. We don't know where it's going to come from. So we want lots of people participating on our platform so that the next big thing is built on top of the PC. And you, everybody here, all you gamers, you could participate as well. I'm certain as you're participating in a game, you've thought of something new, unique that you'd like to bring to reality. This is your opportunity to be one of those developers as well, or at least influence one of those developers and create that amazing immersive experience. Whether you're a gamer, content creator, or even esports. Now, speaking of esports, we had two exciting announcements today in the esports arena, pun intended, with ESL. The first being, we have a landmark deal with ESL. Intel is now the global technology provider for esports for ESL. That's great news for everybody in the gaming community because the latest technology will be used for the events, for the studios, the back-end operations, and the streaming capabilities during the event. You'll have the latest technology at those events. Now, the thing I love about sports, and I'm a traditional sports admirer as well, is they have this tradition around these things called a Grand Slam, whether it's tennis, golf, rugby. They have a Grand Slam. And there's no reason we can't have that in esports. And that's why we're excited with Oculus, ESL, and Intel are sponsoring the Grand Slam event, Intel Grand Slam. And all these leagues getting together. And the first team to win 4 of the 10 events will be the Grand Slam winner. They'll collect their traditional prize, but in addition, they'll get another $1 million bonus for being the Grand Slam winner.
Damn.
$1 million.
That's crazy.
Right.
Makes me wish I was good at games.
Me too.
I was so excited about the announcement today.
Decent,
around
but I'm not that good.
They've taken this property.
You also have to have like the equipment to be like playing at that kind of level.
Did you guys see that announcement today? It's so great. They're creating the multiplayer VR experience and bringing it to life in this platform. We're so excited about it at Intel, and we want so many people to start participating with it. We are sponsoring a deal in conjunction with Oculus to make this available with Oculus free of charge for limited time at launch. So all of you can play with this game free of charge starting July 20th. And you now can participate, learn, and become an expert in VR gaming. Now I know when you become an expert, what do you want to do? You want to showcase those skills. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had an opportunity to showcase those skills? That's why we're super excited to work together to create the VR Challenge. With Intel, Oculus, and ESL, we're creating the VR Challenge. It's a virtual challenge in the VR arena. And everybody's going to compete, and the end of it's going to be in Poland at the Intel Extreme Masters, where the finals will be in 2018. Book your tickets now. It's going to be a crazy event. Now, I know everybody likes a challenge. Everybody's excited about challenges. I'm going to give you a challenge all here today.
Is it a challenge
Just
to stay awake?
at Intel Gaming.
Fuck, you're killing
Follow
me.
at Intel Gaming. And
It's a challenge to spend the most money to get to the place.
one of 3 great prizes. One from Oculus,
Right.
one from Asus, and one from
Like, I'm not really hearing much from the crowd either.
just by participating.
Just like, yeah, Poland, it's only gonna cost me a fucking arm and a leg to get over there.
Core i7 in the systems. So it's a great opportunity to play, participate, and bring up that challenge. So the future is here now, the future of gaming. You can just feel it growing and growing. You see the immersive capabilities. And why is that happening? Because we have amazing...
He just doesn't have like a lot of the
As a software person,
excitement
not talking
and
about anything. He's like doing. He's like reading a book report. Like
yeah, yeah.
A book report about gaming.
So the realm of possibilities are here now. An example of that is VR. So I'm stepping away now. I'm going to go up and look at the Echo platform, Echo Arena, and see how it goes, and I'll be back in a minute. So Sean?
Bye-bye.
Doug. It was a pleasure to have you. Thanks for all the great announcements. And of course, thanks again to Intel for sponsoring this event. Keep in mind, if you look at the time, we're not even halfway done yet. We have all sorts of games still
What?
Jesus.
So let's go ahead and look at what's to come.
Well, that's not good on my part.
Show. Coming up, Brendan Green joins us.
I gotta run to the restroom while they're doing the transition.
Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. And a new game from Clay Entertainment. Back to you, Sean.
Yeah. That's probably why they did theirs earlier.
Upcoming game up in the mezzanine
See,
with
we're
Sonya.
at
How's it going, Sonya?
245 out of 351.
Thank you, Sean. So
there's
Ashley
about an
Fox,
hour
this is a
left.
game that pulls on my heartstrings and does not
Crap.
let go. And I just want to hear more about it. And luckily, I've got the perfect person to talk to today. I
How
am
much
joined by
longer do you
Felix
have?
Kramer on the game formerly
Like
known as
15 minutes.
Secret Legend. But you've got some special announcements.
I'm
secret
sorry.
from the Dicey
I'm
Twitter
really
account.
sorry
Do you
about
wanna talk
that.
about that?
Well, you're exactly
It's
right. We
fine.
were known as Secret Legend, but today we're announcing our new name, Tunic. So you can head to tunicgame.com to find out more about that. And we're announcing that we're pairing with publisher Finji, who you may know from their incredible work on Night in the Woods and Overland.
So exciting.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So I want to tell you, it wasn't just the Fox that sold me on this game. I love the beautiful, charming graphics, and honestly, I just want to see more of it. Can we check out the trailer?
Let's do it.
Oh, look who it is. Aww.
Aw. That's so
Horrible.
cute.
Oh, it's a little flip.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like the original Zelda.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
Shit, son.
That's cool.
Her delayed smile there.
Thank you, Sonya. Now, our next title that we'll be talking about is honestly a huge surprise hit, having just surpassed 3 million sales. You may recognize it as one of the 3 most played and broadcasted games on Twitch
It was
right
PlayerUnknown.
now. It's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds,
Yeah.
and I'm literally next to PlayerUnknown right now. Brendan Green, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
There's some cheering.
I gotta say, it has been amazing to see the runaway
Someone
success of the game. What's it been
else!
like for you?
Woo!
I mean, really, players and content creators. I want to say thank you to everyone. It's been great.
And thank you for the experiences, both of the joy of winning and the, well, I guess the joy of a bullet flying through my head out of nowhere, and I'll never know why.
I've learned to love the sport. Love it.
Well, I understand that even though a lot of people treat the game almost as a full release right now,
Yeah.
it's still technically not released yet, and there's a whole lot more to come. Talk to us a little bit about what's in store.
So we have, our focus at the moment is to sort of stabilize the game, get the servers up to spec, but also we have, 2D, 3D replays planned for in-game replays. We have new weapons coming every month.
You bounced it off the window frame.
So yeah, no, but our current focus is really just get the game competitive and stable.
So suddenly fences are no longer the most impossible object in the game. You can
Right?
climb over them.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So our content programmer Marek, he's done a really great job getting this system to be dynamic. So it doesn't matter what object you're in front of, you'll jump or vault over it.
Yeah, so in terms of jumping and vaulting, is it...
People are losing their shit because you can
vaulting.
jump shit now.
Is it sort of, when you say that it's dynamic, does
That
this
must have
mean
been a
that
big
the taller
deal.
the obstacle, the more difficult it is to climb?
Oh,
up? Yeah,
probably.
exactly.
It has
I
different
think that would bother the
animations,
shit out of me after a while if I couldn't just, like, you know, hop this, like,
One of my favorite aspects.
Yeah, that's
fucking,
Just
like,
defend.
waist-high wall.
Walk me through what we're seeing here.
So this is our new weather settings. This is fog. You just saw clear day. Our rain has been tweaked a little bit as well, and we also have our sunset coming in. So this really, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
What is the impact on gameplay of these types of things with weather?
It just changed dynamic. Oh, so this is.
Oh, a new gun.
Yes, this is the OTS.
Oh, a new gun.
It's 7.62.
Gonna kick some ass in them jorts.
Crate only. Yeah, it's gonna be a beast.
Is it a short range, long range? Where's
Medium
the
to medium, short to medium, it's gonna be a beast. It's gonna be super powerful, and then long range, it'll work as well.
And I remember before you came on the show, I asked, well, why did you put that gun in? And I think your answer was,
It just looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it's
Why
like,
not?
We wanted to add a bullpup, and we wanted to
Because
add
this
something
is a
else to the
shooter game?
7.62 class. And this is a Spetsnaz weapon. It just looks great.
it looks cool, as good as a reason as any, honestly. I want to come back to the weather effects. Obviously, they look beautiful. What are some of the impacts that you've seen on the gameplay with the new weather effects?
Well, it's just going to change the way you play. So it's not necessarily going to be you're going to be sniping all the time. You know, with the foggy weather, you're going to have to choose a more kind of CBQ type play style. But it's just again to give you a bit of variety and make every game kind of different.
You've talked a little bit about what we've seen in the video, but talk to me about long term. What's far down the line for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds?
So again, we want to finish out the platform and make it a good platform for all kind of game modes. You know, we will have modding down the line as well. Yeah, and it's again, it's just creating a stable platform. That's our aim here.
I understand that you're also working on new maps.
Yeah, so we have 2 new maps coming. One based in Peru, a desert map with sort of ruined cities with sandstorms and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then this other one in the Adriatic. So it has even a ruined cosmodrome in the center of the map with like snowfall, and I'm excited.
That's awesome. And I know that you've been super involved with the community of regular players. What's
I don't have very much to say about any of this.
So
Yeah, me either.
We have the 3D replays, which I'm really
Filler.
Right.
in the engine with the free cam and slow motion and stuff like that.
Great for content creators.
Exactly right. So you can
Content
just
creators.
and it'll just give you a new way to create like machinimas and stuff like that within the game. Yeah.
And the last thing I want to bring up, because you were mentioning this a lot before you came on, you have all sorts of stability performance fixes that are coming.
Yeah, so like our focus this month is on our server performance and really getting that stable, because at the moment the servers aren't performing the best they could. But you know, so last month our team's focus was on client performance, and we improved that broadly for a lot of people. And this month it's on servers, so they've already found a lot of things to fix. I'm excited.
That's great. I'm sure players will completely stop blaming anything on the game at that point.
Right.
They will accept responsibility for those losses then. Well, PlayerUnknown himself, Brendan, thank you so much for coming out to talk about it. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, everyone.
As we get ourselves set
2
up
steps
for the
forward, 1 step back. Next time we're gonna get a full commentary for a
Sean is pretty cool,
new
right?
game.
But you know what's a little bit cooler? A free PC. We're going to be giving away a badass PC from our friends at Intel. This bad boy is going to be rocking an i7 7700K processor. There's a lot of 7s in there, and it's going to be running a NVIDIA GTX 1080. It is worth more than $2,500, so if you want a chance to win, head over to PCGamingShow.com/giveaway.
Like how it, like, flickered.
Good luck, and back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Sonia. And I
Gotta go over right now. I gotta stop what I'm doing.
Thanks, audience.
Use it.
Yeah, you
My
could.
phone will run Skype better than my computer.
I didn't
will.
realize you could pinpoint the
That's sad.
exact time and date.
You know what? Skype is just not happy with the computer. My computer just doesn't like Skype. It's fine. It's a hate relationship right now. I'm working on it.
Games to talk about, and I'm joined by creative director Bill Monk. Pleasure to have you, Bill.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
As always.
All right.
You guys have been busy. Congratulations on the recent release of Rising Storm 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a realism FPS. We just released it 2 weeks ago, and the fan reaction's been really positive. Really happy about that. And we want to thank everyone who was part of the beta phases that helped shape the game in a real positive way. And be sure to check out the Trello boards, see what we're up to. And we're actually already really busy working on some new content. So stay tuned.
That's amazing. I mean, I know so many people know you from Killing Floor 2, but especially this year, there's so much to talk about. I mean, last year you announced Killing Floor, Incursion, the VR Killing Floor. How's that been going?
Oh, that's been going awesome. You know, Incursion's one of the second phase, game or second wave games to come out for VR, and we've learned a lot. And we're really, really excited. We think
Looks
we have
good.
One of the best products that's going to
Too
come
bad
out.
it's on
later.
fucking Oculus.
It's scary as hell. You can
God,
play it
yeah, I don't know if I could handle
single
it.
player and co-op. And,
Oh, that
we're
looks
really excited
great.
to release it. Stay tuned.
Put it on the Vive, then we'll talk.
Now, the big thing I want to talk about was a little bit of content coming down the line for your big game, Killing Floor 2. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, when we
I wonder if you
released,
can beat people
Killing
with your
Floor
guns in
1,
that game.
One of the things that really put us on
They had a knife, so I would imagine.
seasonal events.
Right.
And when we released Killing Floor 2, people were always clamoring and asking, you know, when are you guys going to do that for Killing Floor 2?
Reasonable enough?
Well, we're super happy to announce the Summer Sideshow coming out this year.
Well, I'm eager to show everyone this footage. This trailer
No
makes me laugh
applause.
every time.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and
no,
take
I
a
was
look.
about to say that
Killing
too.
Floor 2's Summer Sideshow.
That fight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sick.
welcome to the Frantic Kingdom Amusement Park. Come on down and play Find Minnie Beauty, Feed the Pound, Dunk the Bloat, and Pop the... What? Was that a real head? Trade for festive clown makeup, colorful hats, and dozens of other items. Carnival rewards are only available for a limited time. See the adorable pinhead and marvel at the mighty strong clown. Ah! What is wrong with him? Hear the bearded beauty, the siren from Fiji.
Jesus.
Oh god.
And
Backed by popular demand, come see Pukey the clown and the monkey man.
give me the monkey. Give me the monkey.
Have a chainsaw. Find romance in the tunnel of love. Swing the queen of chains. Look at them. Ow! Scream on Pound Mountain! Oh, but that's not safe! See the death-defying firestorms of Dr. Infernum's Pyrotechnic Emporium! Oh, is he actually on fire? Why is that person on fire? Earn new achievements and triumph the new HG-12 shotgun and tactical lever-action rifle! Why do you need a shotgun at a carnival? I don't care, it's unlockable! Why does the carnival cleanup crew need hazmat suits? No, no, I'm done. This is a horror show. I'm getting out of here. If you can hear this, run!
Warning. News and outbreaks and variants and behavior detected. Be alert for new challenges, modes, and threats in the weekly outbreaks.
I mean, I know it's a horror theme, but there's some great humor in this.
Oh, yeah, I mean, seasonal events are definitely the most fun to work on. I mean, it's just, we can just go crazy and go goofy. You know, we got clowns.
You got the
fat
monkey
clowns,
that bangs the cymbal with a
monkey with
chainsaw and stuff.
chainsaws, midgets on stilts, ladies, we got it all.
Tell me a little
Midgets
bit about
on
what is
stilts.
the gameplay? What's some of
Great.
the stuff that people
That's
can
what I'm
do?
here for.
So it's a limited time event. It's only going to last for 1 month. So all this crazy
10
stuff
out of
is
10.
1 month. And there's over 50 cosmetic items that people can gain from playing it totally free. All the Zeds have been replaced. All the voices have been redone. We also have mini games that are thrown out throughout the
Yeah, I
map.
saw the carnival games right at the start of the trailer.
We've also got 2 new weapons that we're introducing. And we also have this other mode that we're really excited about. It's the weekly outbreak.
Yeah, I saw the
mode.
weekly outbreak at the end of the trailer. What's the weekly outbreak about?
So each week, new gameplay mode comes out with new challenges for the player. We have one. It's starting out with Cranium Cracker, and that's a headshot only mode. And
So
then
no
we have
damage unless it's headshot.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have another one called Tiny Terror, where every time you shoot a Zed, they actually shrink and become like little midget Zeds, which is really crazy. And whenever the players get hit,
Are they calling
shrink
the
too.
zombies Zeds?
So I mean, that's just 2 of them.
I
With 8 total.
Maybe?
For 2 months worth of
It's kind of hard to hear. This guy's got a lower voice, so it doesn't come very clearly on my end.
Yeah.
Of course, I have to ask, when can people play it?
Actually, you can play it tomorrow, and it's free on Steam all week.
Easy.
Nice.
So,
Wait, is the game free on Steam?
so you got no
Or
excuse
is the
not to try
expansion
it.
free?
I think it's
so
just
what
the
if people are here
expansion.
at E3?
Oh well, they can play here.
Because that's
too.
on my wish
Oh, boy,
list. I
that
just
was
haven't
a
bought
setup
it.
on my part.
Right.
Yeah, whereabouts is it at on the E3 floor?
That's at the PC Gamer Show.
Oh, that's right. It's at the PC Gaming Show booth. We have our own booth here at E3.
Yes.
Oh. I'm glad that.
And it's like you're the announcer, dude. You don't even know you have your own booth.
It's going to become a tradition.
Indubitably. I'm not in charge of the buzz it, so yes, of course. Well, I want to say, Bill, thank you so much for coming out. Congrats on all the projects. And
They could cut all of these
Well,
down by
thank
like
you for that. Now
80%.
get off the stage.
Right.
These are all entirely too long.
Let's head back up to the mezzanine for a little bit of social with Sonya.
This year's PC
Sonya.
Gaming Show is being broadcast
Okay.
on more platforms
I
than
have to
ever
leave.
before. We are on Steam,
I understand.
we're on Facebook and Twitch and
Um,
Mixer. We are
should
all
I
over the
leave my
place. This is
shit? Will that
awesome.
fuck up your
Guys,
cropping?
you're on
No,
Mixer.
I'll just
We gotta
recrop.
sweet
Go
talk
ahead
them-
and
to
go ahead
sweet
and
talk
end
the
it.
mods a little bit.
Okay,
Be kinda
I'm
nice to them
sorry.
because
I'll
we're gonna
see
be
you
giving
guys
away
later.
games throughout the entire show.
Ciao.
Bye.
Unfortunately, no free games for day 9. But sorry. Back to you, Sean.
I'll happily buy them.
Shit.
Yay, video games! Now, if any of you got the
Shit.
chance to see the conferences leading up to today, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on. In particular, Microsoft has had a whole slew of games people are pumped for, including some that are going to be at this show, starting with the first ever incarnation of Forza Motorsport coming straight to PC. It's Forza Motorsport 7. Joining me to talk about it is the creative director of
Racing
Motorsport
games.
10,
Do we
Bill
care about
PC.
this?
Come here, Bill.
I don't personally like the only racing games that I have played on Steam or I own are like arcade versions of fucking racing games where you're just like smacking the shit out of people with stupid stuff to make the race fun. Racing in itself on a
Well,
computer.
Ubisoft is live right now, so I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible, so we're going to be skipping.
That's fine with me. I'm sure it takes up a good chunk of time of these guys talking about that shit.
We saw shit. We saw all of this at Microsoft.
Playing great.
We skipped all of this.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, bring the vomit bag and come on, check it out. It looks awesome.
Well, awesome. Bill, thanks so much for sharing with us.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I'm incredibly excited of all the stuff Microsoft's doing. You just got the chance to look at Forza, and now coming onto the stage, I am replacing Bill with Ted Timmons. He's the PC design lead at Rare to talk about Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
Come on
okay.
out, Ted.
What did he say?
Sea of Thieves,
Ted
baby.
Timmons.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. It's a pleasure. So
That
Ted,
pirate game.
talk to me a little bit about
Oh, okay,
what
okay.
is Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, so we feel like we've made the pirate game you've always wanted. When you think about sailing around the open seas, you and your crew of crewmates, basically it's Pirates of the Caribbean meets the Goonies.
What are some of the things that you're showcasing here at E3 in the game?
Yeah, so for anyone who didn't see the briefing yesterday, we showed
That guy
off
looks
great new
super
features
familiar.
like riddle map storms and firing yourself out of cannons.
The one in glasses?
A common pirate
Yeah.
pastime.
Yeah, pretty known.
Now,
I wanna play
had
the
to ask
shit
the
out of
same
this game.
question
It's
to
so
Forza
fun.
Motorsport. What are some of the things, some of the features that you've added in?
Just from like first looks, what this reminds me of is that old Pirates of the Caribbean like free online game.
But we've also brought
Oh, yeah.
gameplay footage in 21:9 as well, my personal favourite.
Your favorite
I
Resident
used to
Evil?
play the shit out of that with my buddy.
Probably there with 32:9 and 16:9 as well, probably.
I think I
So,
made like
tell
the
me a
free
little bit
account
more
one time.
about the PC version. Obviously, it's probably a challenge to try to.
Yeah, it basically became a
Yeah, so we decided to
like
change
you had
our
to pay
approach
for
to
the
the game. We're
shits,
actually
and
building
Yeah.
both
as a
versions in
kid
parallel because we
didn't
felt that's
have
how
that.
we could get the same game on the same day.
So it's not a port from one device to the other.
Correct, yeah, we felt it was really important just to build them together from the very beginning.
One single code path.
One single
Straighten your
code
phone out.
Awesome. Well, I know a whole lot of people here are
cutting your
curious
face
Oh,
out.
sorry.
get their chance to play it. Is
Sorry,
there
I'm trying to get my charger put together
Yeah, so
like,
we're coming to both platforms in early 2018, but right now
off
we have
screen
a
here,
team
so that way
of
my phone doesn't die.
sign
Because
up with our
I
thousands
started the
of
stream at
already,
90%.
So, yeah, come join us, seaofthieves.com.
Once again, Ted Timmons.
Awesome, thank you very
from
much.
Rare, thank you.
Right on over here.
Game I was looking forward to had the shortest.
SeaofThieves.com. Now, this next title is one I'm personally very, very excited about, given the fact that when I took one look at the trailer, the striking visual style just grabbed me.
Okay.
It's an evolution of
Yeah.
Cyberpunk,
Well,
a game
Blind's
called
lady's
The
come and
Last
gone, so I can at
Light.
least go
Here to
back
talk
to
about
where I
it
usually
is
sit.
the creative director at Odd Tales. Join me in welcoming
Charge my
Tim
phone.
Soleil.
Yeah.
Hello, Tim. Welcome. Thanks for coming out. Let's ask the obvious question. What is The Last Night?
The Last Night is what we call a cinematic platformer, which means
It's not a game like Mario where you have to jump from platform to platform. Yeah. It's, you know, it's more storytelling, it's more reminiscent of old classics like Another World, Flashback, Oddworld even.
Oddworld, I was going to say, reminded me quite a bit about it. And I saw that you guys had the big announcement reveal at Microsoft yesterday. I mean, that trailer was such a hit, it blew up. What was that like for you guys?
Yeah, we are obviously super happy with the trailer.
See yourself there.
Absolutely incredible.
Yep, I
now,
got
of
it
course,
right there.
I have some concerns I want to address.
Right there.
Perfect. You know, I am embarrassed by some tweets I made in the past. I want to apologize for those. They do not in any way represent who I am today or what the last night will be about.
Well, let's talk about what the game is about. I know that the setting of the last night is super important to the character of the game. Tell me, where are we right now?
I want you to imagine a world where machines are surpassing us
Game
in
looks
every
so
possible way.
fucking
So
cool.
not only physically, but also intellectually, emotionally.
You can't hear him.
So in a sense, like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was gonna ask you if there's any possible way to turn that shit up, because I'm having such a hard time making out what he's saying to me.
Including that.
Well, I imagine, thank you,
That's
this
all I got
one
right there.
person who is also excited
Okay.
about the booth. Now, in terms of this world, this must give a kind of sense of existential crisis to all the inhabitants.
Yeah, like the way I can.
Like,
say-
what is
yeah.
it like to be a person in this world?
So, you know, in a world where you're not valuable anymore in production,
Yeah.
the only thing you can really do is to consume endlessly, right? So, what we're trying to see with this game is how do you define yourself, you know, when you don't have anything to create or to strive for.
Yeah, and I can see, you know, obviously there's the futuristic lighting and the visuals, but there's also that sort of drab, dreary tone. This art style is amazing. I mean, all of these assets are in 2D, but it has so many modern effects. How did you even think of this?
So it all comes down to my background in VFX and advertising, basically. So I wanted to, you know, explore what I could do with 2D and pixel art, and just augment that and enrich it with like.
This art style is really.
It's amazing.
You know, and we've talked a little bit about
Yeah, I was
where we
just
are
gonna say I
about
really
art
like the
style.
way
Who do you play
everything
as?
kind of looks.
Yeah, so the character you get to play is a young
2D
idealist,
and
I would
3D
say.
at the same time.
And because of a childhood accident, he cannot enjoy the same gamified, augmented life than everybody else.
Right.
So because of that, you know, he wants to change the world. And on
You want
his
to have
way,
like an impact and a meaning.
Absolutely. So on his way to do that, he's going to meet some questionable characters you have to trust or not in a way.
What about the gameplay? What are the things that, if I'm the player, what do I do in the last night?
So we took inspiration from some classic genre like point and click and adventure games, but so you get you know, to solve puzzles and dialogues, of course. But we added a real-time component to it.
Real time in what sort of sense? What makes it a real time puzzle?
So it means that, you know, while you are busy breaking in an apartment, for instance, all the simulation is still happening around you. So police come around, you know, and you have to be careful about that.
So in a sense, like, if I tried to break into the apartment at night, the police might be on patrol at that time, but if I came in the morning, there might be no police, but the
Yes.
resident might be home.
Absolutely, yeah. So
what genre does this like fit into? Have they said yet?
He said they've taken a lot of cues from point and click, so
You also mentioned that the structure
He
of the
also
game
mentioned
is
platforming,
in one
though.
night after the other. What's that like?
Yeah, so the game
So I
is
don't know,
structured
honestly.
around several nights, so, you know, it spans on several nights, and they are all interconnected, which means that what you tell people on the very first night, you know, and what you do also is all remembered.
So if I'm just in a conversation, just
It's gotta
walk
be
away in the
point and
middle of
click.
it,
Yeah, they will remember it.
they'll remember, like 2 days later,
Yeah,
they'll be
absolutely.
angry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's fast. That must add a huge amount of replayability since the world is just changing based
Yeah,
upon
we're
your
taking a lot
inputs.
of pleasure to hide a lot of stuff in the city, and we hope the community will have fun to figure out and get that out collectively. So.
Well, again, I love the art style. I love these story-driven adventure games. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you, Sean.
I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to it. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Once again, that's
Have to check that out when it comes.
oddtales.net for more
Yeah.
information
I
about
can't
The
remember what
Last
you
Night.
what
Now,
you
this
were here
next
for and what you
game
weren't here for.
surprised me. I'm sure it will surprise
reveals.
you because of its style. It's from the makers of Arma, the realistic
For-
military simulator,
for what?
and DayZ,
Just
the
for
zombie
all the
survival
E3
game.
reveals
This
so
one
far, I
has a
don't
much
remember
more
what you
playful
have and
tone,
have
though.
not seen.
Let's look at the next title from Bohemia
I
Interactive.
don't know if that was the first time you saw that or not.
Yeah, that was. I had not
It
seen
was
that
the
one before.
mother of all storms. But somehow I just knew everything was going to be... Well, being stranded on a desert island is a lot of fun.
Huh.
You get to meet new
Yeah.
friends.
Sandbox Survivor.
you get in shape. And you learn how to craft. And because it's your land, it won't take long before you call that place a home. And that's just the beginning, because here, you can do anything.
Let it go.
This reminds me a lot of Little Big Planet.
Islands. Explore your creativity. Visit us at islands.com.
Here to join me to talk about Islands is the creative director from Bohemia Interactive. It's Alish Ulm. Welcome, Alish. It's a pleasure to have you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Sean.
What kind of game is Islands?
Okay, so Islands is a sandbox game about survival and exploration, but at the same time, in Islands you can create your own games, your own adventures, just like the ones we've shown in the video.
Yeah.
Actually, Islands stands for your lands, lands that you create where you make the rules.
And it's almost like a sandbox game, not where you're necessarily building a structure, but you're trying to build an experience.
Yes, exactly.
And I have to ask, given the fact that the style of it contrasts so sharply with Arma and DayZ, what is it about Islands that still makes it a Bohemia game?
Yeah, we get this a lot, but actually beneath the surface there are still the core values that make up a Bohemia game.
Yeah.
It's still about exploration and finding out how things work, about creativity and imagination.
That's
And
cool.
just like Arma or DayZ, we're trying to
Yeah,
create
it
a
does.
platform to connect players with each other when they play online or when they create something new and share it with the community.
Make some amazing
And I know that
bases.
modding is a legendary part of
Yes.
Bohemia's history. What are some of the lessons that you've learned from Arma, learned from DayZ, and brought to modding in Islands?
Well, we have our own editor. It's not a standalone application. It's a part of the game.
Oh, really? I mean, I'd assume that it was just outside like all other editors.
Now, we would like players to be able to prototype their creations really quickly.
Yeah.
And so in the editor, the players can obviously create something new, but they can
That's
also
awesome.
decide to open and modify existing games, ones that we created or ones that other players made for them.
Yeah, I mean, we got the chance to see some scenarios in the initial trailer. Like, those are the ones that you're referring to.
Yep.
That is fantastic. I mean, tell me a little bit about what it is that we're seeing right here on screen.
Well, this is just some random multiplayer game. There are two guys. Initially, there were three. I think one just like fell down the bridge. They are trying to get some kind of treasure, and yeah, they are setting the explosives.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to ask about. I know you guys are here at E3.
Oh.
Hey, look, it's the treasure. I know you guys are here at E3. What are some of the things that players can get their hands on at this event?
Well, we'll be showing some of the games that we created with the Islands game editor, but at the same time we'll be showing how they can use the editor to create those games.
That's awesome. And I mean, I know there's a way for people to play right now, is that right?
Yeah, actually they can already play the alpha version of the game. It's available as part of our Bohemia Incubator program. They can find more information on our website, islands.com. And later this year we are coming to Steam Early Access.
That's awesome. And remember, that's islands.com with a Y. We're good. You can remember that. So I want to
Normally I think I'd be really down for one of these games, but I've like recently just added, like I just got Rust. I play a couple of other like I've got Ark, others just open world like sandbox shits.
Rust can go fuck itself and burn and die.
Thank you,
Rust is the
Sean.
best
I
game
am
ever made,
so
ever.
honored to be a part of this world-exclusive reveal from developers Klei. You might recognize.
So far, I've
the name
had like a
from games like
love-hate relationship with
Together
Rust.
for lonely folk like myself. And last year at the PC Gaming Show, they actually revealed their sci-fi colony sim game, Oxygen Not Included. And this year, they are back. And they are back with a bang.
The only reason is that is because there was like problems with like saving. The server didn't save shit. So like literally the things that I did for like probably 3 hours just all went like up in smokes, just gone.
Or a player can just do the same thing too. If you felt like it.
Yeah. Yeah. We just created our own servers so we don't have to deal with this shit. Huh. I'm gonna assume turn based.
I don't know, that looked pretty real time.
The only reason I say that is because it's got like the three like line up there.
Yeah.
I think it
might be. You might not even control it. You might just watch the scenario play out or something like that.
I absolutely love Klei games and can't wait the chance to try Griftlands. Now, this next title is an interesting
Islands
one because I'm
is
not someone who
$10.
plays many VR games, but I got a chance to check this one out several months ago, and I was immediately hooked. So I can't wait to talk about it with the creative director from Ready at Dawn. It's Rue Virasuria to talk about Lone Echo. Welcome, Rue.
Thanks.
It's good to have you here. Now, Rue.
Yeah.
I've gotten the chance to play Lone Echo, but a lot of people here maybe haven't seen it or heard of it. Just walk us through what is the game.
So the game, the Lone Echo, is a single player experience in VR where you play a cybernetic AI on a mining station in the rings of Saturn, and basically in the game you're allowed to move in zero G freely. You can interact with everything inside the environment, and also you'll see that you have an NPC that you can interact with. You can use your hands basically to go everywhere you need to go.
This was the thing that was so amazing for me. You stand still and then you use your arms to grab onto objects in the environment, to push and pull yourself around, and it was really amazing to move that way. I've never
That's a
seen
pretty
it.
smart idea.
That's basically where the genesis of the project was. We built the
It's
mechanic
like a way of
to
travel
so the
that
mechanic
like
was this
fits
idea
into
that
like
you
your
were
game.
watching, ISS space station astronauts, moving around, and we just basically made this motion that allows you to navigate using your hands just like you would use your legs.
So it's been a few months since I got the chance to play. What's been happening in terms of the single player? Here you got some fancy new voice actors lined up.
Yeah, we did actually. When we wrote the story for it, we actually had an actor in mind, somebody that a lot of people out there know, Troy Baker, and Troy decided to take on the role for the AI.
And of course, another thing that we get the chance to talk about is the
bought
multiplayer component to Lone Echo called Echo Arena. Rue, how does this game work?
Basically, it's a futuristic VR sport where you play, 10 people play in 2 different teams to get a disc inside each other's goals.
Now, you might be a little bit confused as to how exactly that works, but don't worry. We're going to take an even closer look at what the gameplay is like for Echo Arena.
A little Vive shit. Come on.
In zero gravity,
It's gonna tease you with all these VR games that you can't play.
players fly faster. Passes go farther. Strikes hit harder. Stakes get higher. And victory tastes sweeter. This is Zero G in the Echo Arena.
shit.
I want to play that.
We are up here with Echo Arena in action as some of the Ready at Dawn developers are playing against each other. So, Doug, welcome back. Hello.
Thank you.
It's
There's
awesome
a
to
lot of
have you. But
Oculus
listen,
games
before
I
we
wanna
get into
play.
VR, I really wanted you to tell me a little bit more about the Grand Slam event.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm a big sports fan. So
I wanna hear
tennis,
more about the Grand
golf,
Slam event.
Rugby, they have their Grand Slam. Now we have it at eSport. So with Intel,
That's exciting.
they're working closely with delivering the needs to scale to the most performant CPUs like the i7.
Sports. I would really love to hear more about Intel's involvement with esports.
Our next guest announced a game 2 years ago under the title Project Blue Streak, and we now know it as Lawbreakers. Here to talk about not just gameplay, but cold, hard dates is the CEO of Boss Key Productions himself, Cliff Blazinski. Welcome to the stage.
Yo, Cliffy B.
Now, Cliff, I know that you guys in the past have been doing a lot of alphas and betas. How have those been going?
They've been going well. The alpha, it was all right, and then the first beta was good. The second beta was great. We're doing our final closed
This guy
beta
that made
June
Gears of
28th.
War.
If you have a key, sign on to Steam, download
Is he?
the latest update, and then we're doing our Rise Up event, which is a
I
full
love
open
Gears.
beta June 30th. Hop online, play
This
the game,
game
let
looks
us know what
wild.
you think.
It's a
I gotta
zero-G
ask
shooter
what
where
it
you
has
can use
been
your gun
like
as a
to
form of
have people
propulsion.
play the game to give feedback in those betas. How was that
Dude.
experience?
Like,
Well, a lot
part of the
of,
mechanics of the
developers
game are
and
being able to
publishers, they do
fire
these kind of
straight
bullshit
behind
marketing
you
betas, where
to
they're like,
propel
oh, it's our
yourself
beta,
forward
the game's
as
out
you're
next
in
week. I'm like,
0G.
that's not really the case. You're not going to be able to fix anything. So for our
Yeah.
game, we found that the Rommers shotgun was way too spammy. Overcharge wasn't that exciting, so we sped that up a little bit, and we sped up the characters. We took actual feedback, and we're integrating it.
But the whole
into
map
game.
isn't
These are more than just
0G. Only
balance
certain
changes. I imagine
spots
that
on the map
speeding
are
up the pace of
0G.
things creates a pretty different balance dynamic across the board.
Yeah, I mean, you change one thing, it's the butterfly effect. It affects everything else. And is the game going to be balanced on launch? No. That's why we need people's feedback. Play the game, see what characters are overpowered, underpowered, and then we'll introduce new characters and reshuffle the deck.
And I know that it can't be in beta forever, so Cliff, tell us when it's out.
Can I get a drum roll?
Audience, go! Do a thing!
So the game is finally dropping on August 8th on PC
That
and PlayStation
was
4.
Oh, that's soon.
perfect.
$29.99. None of that $60 multiplayer only bullshit.
What a badass. I love Cliff Blazinski.
And if you didn't see it online,
No bullshit.
Cliff took a bow.
That's
Yes, $29.99.
Curtsy.
Well, if you haven't gotten the chance to see the game and follow it throughout the recent PC gaming shows, let's take a look at some people who got the opportunity to play Lawbreakers, and we'll have them speak for themselves.
Oh, the speed of this game is intense.
1,000 decisions a minute. This is hardcore PvP.
Your instincts take over. It's primal.
It's exhilarating. Full frontal f***ery. A million miles an hour.
Literally from every angle.
I was shaking after the matches ended. It was like a high.
One of the fastest games that I've ever played.
Are you ready for another one? I'm like, I just
Dude,
need a minute,
he
man.
was
I'm
running
shaking.
around
I'm
with his
shaking
fucking
over
knuckles
here.
just punching people. Hell yeah.
There's a lot of melee combat in there, it's like.
I think the thing people are going to find in this game the most enjoyable is simply how difficult it is.
There's a pretty impressive skill gap. You can't just sit down and dominate within an hour or two.
Practical skill required. Precision aiming, the ridiculously fast movement.
Mechanically, it requires a lot of aim, a lot of vision and game sense. It's a twitch shooter. It's how a twitch shooter should be.
The action's going to press you, and if you don't keep on top of it, you're just going to get blown off the map.
I think team comp is definitely a huge thing for this game.
As we're flying around in zero gravity, it's kind of a new situation for us. How do you keep up with your tank and protect them and heal them, also protect your healer and peel off them while DPS is still being affected and they're being supported? It gets crazy very quickly.
The gravity is the biggest thing because that adds so much verticality, and you combine the different movement systems.
I hope that's how it's played.
Teleports and some characters have dashes. This gets really
Dude,
wild and insane.
it gets
Now,
like
literally
that
anywhere you look is
team build
potentially an
sense where you
attack
got
point.
the supports, like the way they're talking. Because before they said that, I had for some reason had to cross my mind that yeah, so this guy's gonna play as a support or.
You need to check every possible corner. People are going to fly you with jetpacks, they're going to fly at you with double swords, you're going to have
someone that could just jet up in the sky, and all of a sudden now you have to worry about getting up there.
There's some abilities that I just haven't seen before.
Medic role is actually phenomenal. It was battle medic, they call it. So it's not one of those medics where you have to sit back. It's not even a thankless role anymore because I'm out there slaying, killing with the rest of my team while keeping them alive.
Wraith's got a really good one. With the slide and then the jump into 0G, that's great. Getting like through the map that fast is ridiculously fun.
I've been using the Vanguard to drift off the side, so I've been coming up behind the enemy. It took like 3-4 rounds before they caught on.
With the Gunslinger, he's a very precision character, so just spinning around and popping someone in the head real quick, it feels great.
The game is just aggressive all the time.
And this game gives you so much variety of motion.
I never felt more tested.
It makes you think in a completely different way.
The fastest speed I've ever seen in my life. Crazy when you're playing it.
This is gonna be fun.
The only way I'll strive in that game is if I play heals.
Just as a reminder, that Ballin' Intel PC is still up for grabs. Don't miss out if you forgot. This bad boy is running an i7 7700K processors, a lot of 7s in there, and an NVIDIA GTX 1080. It's worth more than $2,500. You do not want to miss out. Head over to PCGamingShow.com/giveaway and put in your information. I think it could run Crysis at max settings. What do you think, Sean?
I think it can, Sonya, and I also think that it can run our next title. I am a master of transition. Our next game is from Chucklefish, the wonderful folks who helped bring you Stardew Valley and Starbound. Let's take a look at their upcoming game, Wargroove.
Dude, Starbound? Fucking played a bunch of Starbound.
Terraria's better.
What?
Terraria's better.
But I liked it regardlessly.
Sort of 4X game.
That's not really... That right there, that like going across like the different screen thing reminds me of a Facebook game that I played a long time ago.
Looks like a Facebook game.
I'll see if I can find you a clip of it, because it'll literally remind, like, once you see it, you're just gonna go, yep. It's got like that split screen exactly like that for like the different units are like in their own habitat, and then they cross over and they try to fight the other, like. It'd be a sad computer if you couldn't run this on max settings.
Yeah. I doubt yours will.
Mine can. She just needs a little TLC. Just a little fix.
Today, we're not just going to get a chance to talk about the game, but we
Can't
will be
stay
seeing
brand
the
new
edit
forever.
in action, a live demo on stage. I'm joined by Jay Bayless and Doris Karaskotza from Chucklefish. Welcome, so great to have you.
Thanks.
Well, I want to say right away, the gameplay
strategy game.
reminded me quite a bit of Fire Emblem, an advanced. Feel reached by Chuck. Get the.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, it's just.
Yep.
So look.
Uh-huh.
The next game that we get the opportunity to talk about is the sequel to Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. It's Middle-earth Shadow.
Yep.
Mike.
Covered this shit yesterday.
The demo, they're going to not just
see all the. I know that
to us more interest in a
story. Eltariel meeting Talion.
Still on this shit?
So it is true.
You killed me.
And yet you live. What is that like? To die and live again? Do you feel pain? Do you suffer?
What of the city? Of the Palantir?
The Nazgul have taken both. They belong to the Dark Lord now.
Then I have failed.
What if you keep fighting?
He wields the light of Galadriel. He can recover the ring.
Your rings are the cause of all this, Elf Lord.
You can see him.
I see him.
Who are you?
I'm the Blade of Galadriel.
Since when does Galadriel work with assassins?
Great threats make for unlikely alliances. You know this better than most. Now tell me more about this ring.
We crafted it to defeat Sauron. But it was lost.
The Nazgul will be drawn to the power of the ring.
We cannot let it fall into Sauron's hands. The light of Galadriel, give it to us!
Stay your hand! My light will protect us, but it will not leave my side.
We must move quickly.
Try to keep up.
Shadow of War. As a huge fan of Shadow of Mordor, I'm really excited to see where the story goes in the sequel. And I'm pleased to say
I still have
we
yet to
one
play Shadow of
final
Mordor.
game to announce. It's from
good, it looks
Microsoft,
better
and I'm
than
not
this
even
new one.
allowed to say the name yet. So joining me to talk about said unnamed game is a creative director from Microsoft Studios, Adam Eisgreen. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Microsoft.
Love being here.
Now, Adam, I understand that you've been in games for a long time.
I have. I am coming up on my 25th year making video games. So yes, you can actually make a career out of being in games. And you know, I got my start in the DOS days. Remember DOS? Like,
Oh, yeah, dude, I played
Hyman
Zork
Sys
all
and-
day.
So I got my start in the DOS days doing role-playing games, D&D games. But I spent a heck of a lot of time making real-time strategy games. I was at Westwood Studios for years, working on the Command and Conquer series.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beyond, a whole bunch of great games there. Petroglyph, Universe of War, Empire at War. So a lot of history on PC, and I'm excited to get back to it.
Well, I understand that this title is an homage to those roots, and I'm still not going to tell you what it is, but I know you're curious,
So
so
it's
let's head
arcades.
right in to this world-exclusive trailer.
Whoa.
It's like Age of Empires or something like that.
Yeah, I think it might be, yeah. Looking at this.
Woo! Called it! It's a remake.
Adam. Dedicate
game. Really, Age of...
I want to talk about board
every tile, livingly
game that was very block.
We've rewritten
now
for little things like modern. So
How can two people talk about an RTS so much?
Redone Fox Live, track
and what about
right now are really, you know, our best we.
You asked me before we hopped on. Plenty of
franchise will be here at the end in Age of Empires.
I guess it just depends on how much you're into it. And like,
before we depart, let's head back up to the mezzanine with Sonya for one last hello.
Thank you, Sean. I had an amazing time being a part of some awesome game reveals and kicking it with you guys today. If you want any more information on any of the games that you saw today, go to PCGamer.com. If you want to hang out with me and check me out on the internet at OMG It's Firefox, pretty much everywhere. I had a blast, and for one last time, back to you, Sean.
Thank you so much, Sonia. I gotta say, it was a blast. I hope you had a great time. Thank you all so much for coming out, all of you who braved LA traffic to be here in the morning, all of you who tuned in online. Thanks to our sponsors, Intel, Microsoft, Bohemia, Tripwire, Cygames, and Nexon for help making this event possible. It is an absolute pleasure to have your support. And I'd also like to give a shout out to all the developers and the publishers at their recent conferences that have been going on in the last week. We were super excited about the titles there and following them closely because we're gamers at heart. And we hope that you too enjoyed what we had to share with you today. And as crazy as it sounds, E3 starts tomorrow. So we hope that you get the chance to get your hands on some of the titles that were announced in the last week that you're pumped for. From all the folks at PC Gamer and from me, Day 9, have a wonderful day and go play some video games. We'll see you next year.
So anything that you thought overwhelmingly good, or just all?
Honestly, no. I can't think of one thing that really... The new XCOM, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
Nothing that really stood out, like,
A couple new
for
Destiny
me.
details were cool. Not really. Bunch of shit we already saw, like yesterday and the day before.
Yeah.
So far, Microsoft has the best conference this year, without a doubt. They blew everybody away so far. See what Sony has tonight. But,
That one starts, what, 7?
Yes.
Okay.
You be able to swing it?
Oh, yeah. I don't...
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, well, I am going to end stream right here, and we will be back with Ubisoft and later with Sony. Bye!